Hey everybody, how's it going? It's me, your boy Waddles. Welcome to another fresh video. So, Minecraft is a game all about farming, at least if you make it about farming. Some farms are easy to build, some farms are hard to build. In today's video, we're focusing on my favorite kind of farm, the easy ones. Today, I've got 3 super simple Bedrock Edition farms to show you how to make. If you like today's video, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing, it helps me out a lot, and 250k club merch, that stuff's out now, pick it up if you like it. If you ever had the great idea to create some gigantic army of cats, or maybe just get that cat advancement, then this is the farm for you. The first farm on our list today is a cat farm. This cat farm is really easy to build. In fact, it's probably the easiest thing to build on our list today. Now, to build this cat farm, you're going to need 4 beds, 92 wall blocks, 4 fence gates, 8 building blocks, and 4 slabs as well. You'll also need to get your hands on 1 Minecraft villager. Now, the building blocks and slabs, those can be anything. The wall blocks, any type of wall block. And of course, the fence gate, any type of fence gate. And also keep in mind that you need raw fish to tame cats, so maybe have a lot of raw cod if you want to make the cats your own. To build this cat farm, you're going to want to have a large, flat, open area, somewhere like this space right here. Go to the middle of that open space and set up some kind of villager holding cell. This could really be done in any way. I recommend doing it like this right here though, because it kind of keeps the villager safe as well. Get a villager in the middle of that space somehow, maybe by using like a boat or a minecart, then we're good to go on that part. Now we need to set up a village perimeter, something to keep the cats that spawn in this village until we tame them. This perimeter should be 10 blocks out from this block right here. Now, in all honesty, you don't need to be exact with this perimeter. If you make your wall like 11 blocks out from the center, that's fine. If you make it like 9 blocks out, that's also fine. It's not that big of a deal. So long as you do have a solid wall all the way around this village, you're good. And don't forget to add some gates onto this wall so you can actually get inside of the village. So we've got our villager trapped in the middle, we have our wall all the way around this village, and then we have some gates on the edge so we can actually get in. The last thing that we need to get into this build for our cats to actually start spawning is beds. You will need 4 beds. These beds can be placed really anywhere, but I like symmetry, so I'll place them there like that. Give it some time, and then cats should begin spawning inside of this area. Come back with some raw fish, and you have yourself some tamed cats. After cats begin spawning, you are, of course, free to do whatever you'd like with them. You can tame them, you can tame them. Please only tame the cats here, actually. And I have noticed a few, we'll say wonderful 1.13 bugs with this farm. 1 cat should spawn for every 4 beds, but sometimes after taming a cat, it can take a while for the next cat to spawn. So if you're having that issue, I recommend moving your tamed cat far away, then coming back, breaking the beds, giving it a minute, and then replacing the beds down. But to be clear, this farm should keep producing cats. It just is a little touchy. Again, I think because of those wonderful 1.13 bugs. But I think that just about does it for our first farm today. Let's go ahead and slide over into the next one. Drowned are actually probably one of the most useful hostile mobs, and that's due to their drops. From Drowned, you can obtain Nautilus shells and tridents, and oh boy, tridents are really cool. This next farm is what I call a super simple Drowned lure trap. So in the middle, we have a concerned villager, and then around this villager, we have Drowned. Aside from 1 Drowned in here, these are naturally spawned Drowned that actually found their way over to this villager. This farm is actually also not placed in the ideal location for the thing, so the rates of this are probably not going to be that bad actually. So to use this thing, set this up in your world somewhere in the ocean. From time to time, come back over to it and check on it, and you should see some Drowned around it. Go ahead and use a looting 3 sword to kill the Drowned, and hopefully you'll get yourself a trident or at least a couple Nautilus shells from this. Yeah, look at that, trident already. What did I say? This is really cool and super easy to build. Oh, yeah, no, actually we got 2 tridents from that. That's not bad at all. Any enchantments? Nope, no enchantments, but 2 tridents? Yeah, wow, not bad. This is probably going to be one of the easiest ways to get a lot of tridents pretty quickly. So what do you need to build this thing? Well, really, you just need a villager and then a couple building blocks. You'll want some slabs as well as solid blocks. Having a boat on hand would probably be pretty useful too, so you can move your villager around easier. So to start building this thing, find somewhere in the middle of an ocean or a lake, somewhere in your world that a lot of drowns seem to be spawning. Somewhere like this area should be pretty good. Go ahead and go under the water and build a pillar all the way up to the surface of the ocean. This is the start to our farm. Once you've got a pillar going all the way up to your ocean surface, like what I have here, place one more block past it and then 4 blocks coming off of the center block. Go ahead and remove the center one there and then this one right there so the water fills back in. Now go ahead and go below this plus shape and build all of the blocks down 1 into the water just like that. Now go ahead and finish off this thing by filling in the corners so we have a really sturdy looking box. Now it's time to move a villager actually over inside of this trap. This next part could be really quick or it could be really long. It just sort of depends on how far your village is from wherever you're building your drown farm. Now go ahead and find a villager and then push the villager inside of a boat, then get in that boat with the villager and sail the villager all the way over to your trap. Now again, if this is really far, this will take some more time. If it's close, it will be pretty quick, but either way, it's really not all that hard at all. Once your villager is over at your trap, you'll actually want to remove some of the blocks that you just placed. Usually 2 or 3 should be fine. Get the villager out of the boat and then quickly push the villager up onto those blocks. If you're not fast in this step, drowned around you might notice and start coming over to you. Once you get the villager up on this thing, push it into the middle water block and then trap the villager in the center just like that. Now the drowned currently aren't going to notice the villager because the villager is in an isolated water source. We need to change that. You can change that by removing one of the sides and placing a slab there instead. Now, eventually, and it actually looks like the drowned already see the villager. Yep, they're gonna go ahead and swim up to this villager. But we need to make sure the villager is safe. So to do this, place an extra block right there so the drowned have no way of touching the villager ever. This villager is now 100% safe, and drowned are going to eventually lock onto the villager and swim up just like this guy is right here. After getting your villager in the middle of this thing, finish it all off by either putting some lighting up top or fully encasing your villager in some blocks just to make sure the guy is safe. You definitely don't want to lose this villager. If you do decide to fully encase this villager, just put some light inside just to be safe. You never know. Set this thing up, then go do something else for a little while, or just AFK. Then when you come back to this thing, hopefully there'll be a few drowned around it. I definitely recommend getting rid of your drowned with the looting 3 sword, so you have the highest chance possible to get tridents and nautilus shells. Let's see, what do we got? We got 2 tridents? 2 tridents from that? That's not bad at all. Alright, so the final farm on our list today involves this green man right here and this turtle egg over here. This is a super simple zombie trap farm. Now this is a farm that relies on natural hostile mob spawning. That means it'll only be active at nighttime, but it's still not a bad source of zombie drops and XP. So here's the build itself right here. In the center we have a turtle egg, and then below it we have a dirt block that's actually really important. This dirt block keeps the turtle egg from hatching. Now around the side of this thing we have a frame and then some trap doors. Down below the turtle egg inside of the trap we have a water current, then another water current, then a 22 block drop. At the bottom of this thing it looks like we have a couple zombies waiting for us to go down there and farm them. Off to the side of this farm, we have a hatch, and then we have a long drop. Down here, we have our grinding room where we can farm up our zombies for experience or for zombie drops. Now, the mechanics behind this thing are actually pretty straightforward. Zombies hate turtle eggs for some weird reason. That means that once these zombies notice that a turtle egg is over here, they're going to try and get the turtle egg. These trapdoors are basically trick blocks. The zombies see these trapdoors as walkable blocks and will try to walk across them, but they'll actually just fall down. They'll fall into the water stream, be moved over to the drop, then they'll fall down the drop and be moved down to about a 1 or 2 punch kill each and every time. So that right there is the trap and a little bit of the mechanics behind it. Now, what are the materials that you need to build this thing? Well, just like the other farms, that's pretty easy. To build this thing, you'll need 12 trapdoors and 6 signs. Any wood variant is good. Then you'll need a block that the turtle egg can sit on without it hatching. So basically, anything except sand. A couple blocks that I recommend using are coarse dirt or just plain old dirt. Now, you'll also need to get your hands on a turtle egg for this farm. This is the hardest part. Remember that you can't break a turtle egg with your hand. You'll need to use a silk touch pickaxe to get one of these things. You should also probably have some extra building blocks and maybe some slabs as well, and a water bucket or 2. Now, building this thing is also predictably easy. Start with your dirt block and then place your turtle egg on top of that dirt block. Now we need a frame around this thing. The frame should be spaced 2 blocks out from that center block, so something like this here. Go ahead and connect all sides of this frame. You don't need to use staircases like I did on my example over there, but you can if you want things to look fancy. After setting up your frame, you'll want 3 trapdoors placed in the middle of each side, so just like this. This will use up 12 trapdoors in total. And after you place them, go ahead and close them as well, so you have something that looks like this after this step. Now we actually need to do a little bit of digging. Dig 3 blocks down everywhere inside of this square, including underneath where your turtle egg sits. But be careful, don't break the block that your turtle egg is on, or you'll lose your turtle eggs, which is bad. Definitely very bad. Alright, so I've dug 3 blocks down everywhere. Now we need to pick a front side to our farm. The front side can be any side, it doesn't matter, it doesn't make a difference. Our front side will be over here. On the front, dig 1 block down, so you have a trench just like that. Now, on either end of this trench, it doesn't matter, just pick one. Go ahead and dig 2 blocks past, like your square, just like that. To prevent clogging, you'll probably want this area to be 3 blocks high. Now at the end of this trench, and the portion that kind of pops out of your square, you need to dig down 22 blocks. It's definitely going to help to turn your coordinates on for this bit, so go ahead and slide into your settings and do that, or just count, but dig 22 blocks down. 22 is the magic number that we need for our zombies to be brought down to 1 hit. So here's 22 for me. Now down here, we need to build a room. The floor of this room should actually be 1 lower than that 22 block thing. So basically, wherever your zombies land will be raised 1 block up. And you can do whatever you want with this room. This room could be really big or it could be really small. Alright, so here's my room. It's not much, it's pretty small, pretty plain, but it works for the example. Now, one thing that you may want to do before leaving this area is place some slabs around your landing spot, because baby zombies are a thing. You can just turn some of the cobblestone blocks that you dug up into slabs for this. You don't have to think too much about it, but these slabs will stop baby zombies from running everywhere. Now, after building your room, go ahead and dig a way out of this thing, probably like a ladder, or make a staircase if you like staircases. Back up on top here, we have just a few more things that we have to do before we can get this thing actually running. Jump into your trap area and place a sign right above this hole right here so water doesn't spill down into your farming room. After placing that sign, place 5 more signs above this trench right here so the water that we put in this higher area doesn't spill down into the lower trench. Now, with our signs in place, it's water time. Place a water source opposite wherever that falling area is, and then place water sources opposite where your, I guess, upper signs are. Basically, you should end up with something that looks like this. The water moves over to the lower trench, and the lower trench water moves over to the falling spot. And that's it. That's the whole zombie trap. Hopefully, you feel a little bit safer around your base at nighttime now. Remember that this farm is going to rely on hostile mob spawns. If you have a lot of spawns on the surface, the rates of this thing will be better. And so that just about does it for our farms today, gamers. What do you think? Which one was your favorite? If you'd like to see more videos just like this one, let me know by leaving a like and subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. Remember, there's some fresh limited edition merch down below the video. Big shout out to my patron Skelly Wampus for the support today. Thank you. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody. That's me, Waddles. Until next time.